Good morning. Today is Tuesday, October 24th. The time right now is 8:35 in the morning. Overnight, we have quite a bit of movements in markets itself, but not in the traditional markets. It's all happening in the digital asset space. Later on, we'll touch a little bit about that. And in the meantime, let's see that we are still beginning to see a bit of a rebound in equity markets. The Dow Jones itself, the cash index, hit a low of 32,892 overnight, but it closes slightly on the high side. But again, we are seeing that the market is getting ready for the release of major statistics today. In the UK, we have the labor reports coming out from UK. But more importantly, we're going to have a slew of purchasing managers index releases today, starting with Germany, followed by Eurozone, then UK, and then end up with US releasing their purchasing managers index. This could be a market moving activity because the entire week we have major news going to be released. We are still in the midst of earnings season, and big names are still reporting their earnings for Q3. So let's take a look at what happened. So in the meantime, we are seeing that prices in equity markets are still a little bit down, although we did see an attempt to recover overnight. In the S&P 500, we see the same thing. The market dipped to 4,189 before bouncing back up, and closed above 4,200 for the first time since the market come off since the market peaked at 4,393. So we can see the prices has dipped into a pocket of prices which I previously highlighted as an area where potential buyers may re-emerge. And it looks like the initial dip into this bracket of prices appears to validate this expectation. Now the price bracket is 4,166 is 4,195 area. So the low last night at 4,189 and 0.2 actually suggests that there is some kind of buying interest within this price bracket. So if the market do dip back into this area, do expect some kind of a bounce again. And over in the Nasdaq 100, we can see the Nasdaq has been doing pretty well. We have a double bottom here, so to say. Last night low was 14,419. The market did not quite dip into this bracket of prices at 1,400 to 14,216 to 14,375. So we can say the market is definitely a bit stronger in the tech stock area. So in the meantime, let's see if this rebound will amount to anything. Okay, and over in Hong Kong, let's see if the Hong Kong market has reacted. Right now, the market is just above the 17,000 levels, not far away from this immediate support area, in my opinion, somewhere between 16,767 to 16,879 is where the market is likely to see some kind of a bounce. So we will have to watch this as it develops. Over the Nikkei, we can see that prices attempt to rally but come back down again. Market is now struggling just at 31,000 levels, and we will probably see lower prices going ahead because the momentum suggests that we probably will see lower prices below the 30,000 levels sometime in the near future. My target is somewhere between 29,775 to 30,000. So look out for a move below the previous low here that we saw in October of 4th October. Okay, do watch out for these continued weaknesses in the Nikkei 225. Now over in the currencies, we can see that the dollar actually took a nosedive yesterday after holding up very well. Now this is of course in the on news that the Hamas militant group actually releases 2 US hostages. Okay, so this is actually good news. They mean to say that the ground offensive that we are being expecting from the Israeli side has been put on hold to achieve a positive outcome for this hostage negotiation as far as the Americans are concerned. So this actually caused the tension to ease off a little bit, thereby causing the dollar to pull back to 105.31 so far. So far, the market has been holding very well. There's a double bottom here. Let's see whether the market can actually hold. If the market do break 105, then the market is heading for 104 levels. Do watch out for this technical three-way pullback. Okay, so that suggests that there is probably going to have some good news coming up from the Middle East if this dollar continues to retract. Okay, over in the currencies, we can see euro dollar last night have a rally to 106.78. We can see that this is part of a three-wave rebound targeting 106.85 to 107.30. So somewhere between this bracket of prices, perhaps even as high as 107.50 could be where the market is heading, at least for the short term. Okay, In the sterling, we can see that it doesn't look as strong as what we've seen in the euro versus the dollar. However, this is possibly also part of a three-wave rally targeting somewhere around 124 to 124.5. Okay, so do watch out for that eventuality as well. Aussie market has actually stabilized with a triple bottom here. Last night we have another attempt to take out the low at 0.6280, but it actually held at 0.6289, and now the prices are a little bit higher. So again, upside is going to be kept at 0.64 to 0.6430. Over dollar yen is still struggling. The market actually attempt to take out a 150 without much success, but you can see they are still trying. So in the meantime, let's see if this relief in the dollar is going to cause dollar yen to pull back a little bit. But the fundamental overriding in this pair here is the interest rate differential between the Federal Reserve and the Bank of Japan. This is the main reason why dollar yen is looking higher. And if there's no fear of intervention, this currency pair should be a lot higher than where it is currently trading. Okay, now dollar Canadian did not do very much, although the market attempt to retest the 137.40 levels without success, and the market pulled back to just below 137 to 136.90 currently, where it is currently trading. So this is part of a very, very simple three-way rally which hit its target at 137.35. So maybe for timing, we could be looking at another pullback into the 135.5 levels. Okay, and in the crude oil prices also retreats last night to $85.35. Like I said, the easing of tension as a result of the release of two American hostages actually caused market tension to ease off a little bit. So definitely this is also working out in the energy market, which saw crude oil prices coming back down to $85. Now, whether it can hold here, that remains to be seen, because so far we have a three-wave bounce. And if this three-wave bounce is the corrective move of this entire fall from $95, then we could be seeing lower price going forward, perhaps somewhere around the $77. Okay, so this is something that we have to wrap our mind around it. In rising tension, why should crude oil prices be coming off? And if technically this is what it happens, that means we can expect some kind of easing of tension in the Middle East, like I said earlier on. Now, overall, in the precious metal, we can see that gold prices have stopped going up. So this is in acknowledgement of the easing tension in the Middle East, and price is currently holding at $1,973 thereabout. And by and large, you can see that this movement here, technically speaking, suggests that we can see higher prices in the days ahead. But in the meantime, there is a possibility of a pullback to somewhere 1,945 to 1,955 levels, which will be quite ideal to attempt to buy. Okay, and over in the silver did also hold after hitting a high of $23.70, which created a double top here. So in terms of vulnerability, I think the silver market is more vulnerable compared to the gold market. But let's see if the market pulls back to $22.50 and whether it can hold. If it can hold, well and good, that means the market is still having some buying interest that want to pick prices a bit higher. So in the meantime, we just have to watch. The main thing is if the market pulls back, whether it creates a buying opportunity. Now, the star of the day is definitely belonging to Bitcoin. Now, the Bitcoin actually surged to $35,000 on no major fundamental change. But we already saw that last week. Remember, last Wednesday, there was a bit of a manipulation move moving on. There was a rumor that one of the ETF applicants for a BTC license actually was approved, and then the market surged to 30,000, which was denied. Okay, and then the market came back down to 28,000. So the market consolidated and wanted to go up, and last night was the big one. Okay, the market actually surged all the way to 35,000. This is obviously a surge that took out a lot of stops along the way that caused the price to jump so much. Now 35,000 is the highest we have seen this year, so this is laying the foundation for higher prices going forward. Now, to expect price to pull back right now is going to be a little bit unrealistic. What I think is going to happen is the market will re-challenge the 35,000, go up perhaps into the 35,700 or 36,850 levels. And this is the last area in which the market did see some kind of selling interest. And it is my opinion that there is possibly some pocket of selling interest here. So if that result in a pullback, then only then we will look for some kind of buying opportunity. But in the meantime, there is hardly any buying opportunity right now because the nearest is at 30,000, which is a little bit unrealistic in my opinion to expect the prices to ease back to this level so fast. Okay, so this is all I have for you for today. In the meantime, you take care and I'll come back to you tomorrow with another update. Bye-bye.